भीमातीरनिवासाय पंढरीपुरवासिने पांडुरंगप्रकाशाय विठ्ठलाय नमो नमः. मरुत्पुत्राय कवयी भीमाय भयहारिणे श्रीमदानंदतीर्थाय प्रख्याताय नमो नमः. Dear children of God, Jai Sri Krishna, Namaste. A thought came to one's mind. Which is sweeter, cruelty or compassion? Let us take up these one by one. What is cruelty? It's a harsh reaction in thought, word, and deed to something that one does not like. It's almost an impulse. It is there in 90% of living beings. It is the reaction to a situation when the ego controls the mind. One is hurt, one is insulted, one is cheated, one is ill-treated, and naturally the reaction to such a situation is cruelty. We burst out with rash language, abusive words, wild gestures, biting of lips, angry looks, knit brows, heavy breath. All this is part of cruelty that one wants to show to the person or persons who caused us displeasure. But remember, dear devotee, this is triggered off by one's ego, which is super sensitive to any insult. It cannot bear anything lying down. Its reaction is instantaneously rash. Rashness and cruelty go together. Cruelty gives one a negative satisfaction because it helps us to take revenge for what has been done to us. One feels that it's the only way to react. One has felt the pain physically, mentally, or emotionally, and one must answer this with vendetta. This is almost the same in animals, where the reactions are normally impulsive. They react rashly. There the matter ends. But with thinking human beings, feeling humans, the situation varies. After a while, the introspective individual tends to relive the situation. He or she analyzes with the help of wisdom born out of age, learning, experience, or even sadhana, as in some cases. Can one react in any other manner than take recourse to cruelty? Is a seminal question. The answer is yes. There is another way out. Whatever may be the animal satisfaction one may get through cruelty, it always leaves one with regret and repentance. This is a divine quality given only to man to rise to spiritual heights, to learn how to be closer to the Maker, who is so kind, so benevolent, so forgiving, so many times compassionate. One begins to gain a close kinship to one's divine parent, Krishna. The Lord in the Gita tells Arjuna, I will forgive all your trespasses if you surrender to me in full faith. Aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shuchaha. When we are worried, when we feel we'll never be forgiven, the assurance of this divine compassion of the Lord makes us confident that all is not lost, that there is a dawn even after the darkest of nights. Compassion makes the heart melt. One becomes a benevolent mother watching a misbehaving child, a prodigal son, willing to call him back to her heart, warm heart. Compassion is maternal in its fiber. It rises above the ego. Now the mind is controlled by the soul. Cruelty is the product of an ego-bound mind. Compassion is the gift of a soul-bound mind. From its lofty heights, the mind refuses to act in a mean way, speak harsh words, profane language, resort to violence in thought and deed. The mind naturally forgives because it knows God gives us faults to make us men, said Shakespeare. We are all human. If we can be forgiven by God in spite of our numerous mistakes, why even crimes, why cannot we emulate the Lord's noble example and forgive our fellow beings and be worthy of being called God's own children? Cruelty can give us temporary satisfaction. Compassion is bliss to be enjoyed eternally. Manav bano, दानव से मानव बनो, मानव बनो, दानव से मानव बनो. Thank you.